All right, thank you so much. Right there on your television is the program this morning on ITV. Yes, I did tell you that we are going to be starting our discussion segment this morning with some political issues. And August the 16th is so much around the corner. Today is Sunday, Thursday, Saturday, the other Saturday, not this Saturday that this week begins with. The other Saturday, that's another 2 Saturdays from now is going to be August 16th. So we're going to be having a by-election in Edo State, the way it's going to be in other 12 other states in the country. Now, by-election ordinarily has to do with when a seat has become vacant, as necessitated either by death or by the fact that somebody that, a politician that was in that seat had to move on to somewhere or resigned, from politics and all that, then that seat becomes vacant. And of course, there has to be a by-election. So it was some 2 months ago that the National Assembly, because it's kind of been some, arguments here and there. A lot of persons have been talking about the need for us to have this election because it has to do with representation. A lot of constituencies have not been represented for this past time, but thank God that eventually INEC had to set a date, and the date is so close right away. But we're going to be looking at that now vis-a-vis the recent political developments in the country. The much talked about coalition of the African Democratic Congress. How will it impact on this election? Of what use is it going to be, having this election around the corner. But one of the other developments that we are following now is that the Labour Party seems to be having some issues as it relates to this election, because the former chairman of Labour Party, Abure, had a primary election whereby he conducted a primary election whereby candidates were set aside to partake in this election. But as it stands now, going by the Supreme Court ruling that he stops to be the chairman of Labour Party, the implication of that is that the primary election he did does not subsist anymore, because INEC is of the opinion in the first place that that election was not monitored. And of course, INEC cannot recognize that election. So that is a big issue and a big problem for this for Labour Party in this election. Well, to look at all this this morning, we are so privileged to have 2 gentlemen. One is already here with me, and the other, we're still trying to get him visually. And when it comes aboard, we're going to have him so that he bear his mind. Please join me to welcome Osahan Okoro Obaraye. So welcome to the program this morning on ITV. All right, so, when we said August 16th, some few weeks ago, it was as if it was not going to come. And 2 weeks around the corner, we're talking about August 16th. Now, this election perhaps is going to be a test, for major political parties, the ruling Progressive Congress, the opposition parties, maybe one opposition party now to the APC, the African Democratic Congress, even if we still have other political parties and all that, but let's look at it from the point of view. What do you know, or what do you think this election means to the people, particularly, the electorates in these constituencies where this election is going to be held? What does it mean to them?
Thank you so much. First of all, I think no time is too late. As a politician, I do tell you that we don't count annually, January to December. We count every 4 years. So when we said it will come, it has come. Well, first of all, I think we have to also fix things right. We are not happy that immediately after either the resignation of a representative, either the death of a representative, either court sacking a representative, or a representative, which is very impossible, resigning his position.
Okay.
It now takes donkey years, months of Sundays to now have another person. To suffice you to know, my brother, that the people of Ofia and the people of decentrality in NISA were not part of this budget 2025 we are now for the National Assembly, because there was no representative there to put 1 or 2 things into those places. So I think they are fundamental human rights was also at that place disturbed. So it's high time INEC and the legislators themselves put it in target that immediately this one happens, maximum maybe 3 months, maximum maybe a month, because INEC do always have budget annually. So they should put those ones as deficit should in case this happens. If it doesn't happen, to take it back to the other year. Because it's painful now that people immediately after the resignation of the governor and his deputy for them running in this position, we have people that started wasting money, political money, for this process.
Maybe investing, not wasting.
No, no. Why I say wasting was that there were many, there may not have been many in Eastern Northeast, but in Ofia, where our sister Mosede is now, we had over 6 of them that started this race since. And you know, politics is about money. There will be no way those people from that time till now did not use minimum 50 million, minimum, for campaigns. You might not see it on television, but for you to say you want to contest election already, money starts coming out from your pocket. It's a must do. Daily, weekly, monthly, until that process comes. So INEC should fix things in place, because now these people might not go through emotional trauma. Tomorrow, maybe they be promised 1 or 2 things. I didn't see any of their name now on the commissioner list. That's to show that no one was given anything. But be that as it may, let's now come to the nitty-gritty, the real part. The truth is that I don't see any party beating the ruling party.
Anyway, I will let you campaign.
No, I'm not campaigning. No, I'm not. I'm talking plainly. The reason why I said so, I want to use your words. You already told us here, which we all know, that Labour Party is in disarray. That might even be better. PDP, so what's off?
You just hold on. All right, so we have Tony Alile this morning. He's joining us virtually from Benin. Now, Tony Alile, good to know that you are on set this morning. I want to most sincerely thank you. I mean, very late preparation for you to be here, and you are right here. Now, please help us to understand what this by-election we're talking about now, means to the constituencies that this election is going to be held. Now, these constituencies runs into about 12, 13 states of the Federation. In Edo State, we have 2 seats, one in Esan Central and another in Ovia Federal constituency. Now, what does it mean to these constituencies? Before we now look at the recent political developments, how it may impact on this election. Tony Alile.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for having me this morning. To go right straight to your question, you all know the present governor of Edo State, Senator Monday, presented the Edo Central Senatorial District in the Senate, and the present deputy governor of Edo State, Dennis Idausa, was also a representative from the Ovia Federal constituency at the National Assembly. Fortunately or unfortunately, they are both governor and deputy governor, and those positions has remained vacant since November 11th or November 12th of last year when they were sworn in. So if you look at that period between then and now, the people of these 2 constituencies have been lacking, representation at the National Assembly. So I think the INEC coming in now to conduct a by-election to replace those positions is a welcome development, and the people finally rejoice that their representatives, and that they're going to have representatives at the 2 chambers of the National Assembly, that is the Senate and the House of Representatives. It's a welcome development. And, all the political parties are eager to keep the ball rolling. And as you know, right now, campaign has already commenced. activities are all going on, and the various political parties are doing what they do best to set their candidates.
Thank you so much. We still have you there. We're going to come to you later on. Now, have you asked this morning, we need to let you know that this election we're talking about now, according to INET, is going to involve some 3,553 and 659 registered voters across these various constituencies in the Federation. So we also understand that the by-election is not going to take place in Hani 2 state constituency in Rivers State because of the state of emergency in this place. Then also in Talata Mafa South constituency in Zamfara State following a legal challenge to the declaration of the seat vacant by the State Assembly. So 2 constituencies that this election is not going to take place. One in a Hani 2 state constituency in River State because of the state of emergency in River State. Then the Talata Marafa South state constituency in Zamfara State because of the challenge to the declaration of the seat vacancy there. Now, so you see that issue of representation in those 2 constituencies is going to continue, for some time. But let us look at recent political trajectory. Let's start from the coalition thing. The coalition, has gathered momentum. The speed at which it gathered momentum in the past few weeks, it's somehow, to some politicians, maybe politicians on the other side of the divide, is disturbing. Now, do you think that momentum may also have an impact on this by-election?
Yeah, it wouldn't yet because it's for this by-election. The coalition is just about a month or 2 old, and that is not Russian election. If it's going to be, we should be watching towards 2027. Are you getting that? Because we still have the ADC structure in Edo, the old structure of ADC in Edo, and from the declaration since then is still there. So newcomers are coming with bulk of money. So, and within a jiffy, it's not yet balanced for them to get it from the bottom to the top. And this one is not yet to the top now. This is most of grassroots. So the coalition is yet to sink deep in the grassroots. Well, where they are doing now, Abuja, Edo at the top, are you getting it now?
Yeah.
And from there it trickles down to the bottom. So it will take time too to trickle down.
Yeah, but it's a federal election. It's a federal election.
No, federal election on
the grassroots federal election. That's what you call it.
Yeah, this is a grassroots election, and so also for the coalition to have base yet, it would have, if it was maybe sometimes since last year, would have been feeling the impact. If we are going to feel the impact well in subsequent election, it should be 2027.
So you agree that the coalition has weight?
Nobody, you have weight. You, Evans, have weight. If you decide to contest under the party PPP tomorrow, as somebody that is known, there's weight already. In politics, not anybody is irrelevant. Don't try that. Are you getting that? But I'm telling you that it's going to take, if you tell me tomorrow you are contesting at the by-election, I will advise you not to because it's too short. It's too short. Are you getting that? If we're talking about maybe any other party that has been on ground, we can say that not a new party coming for something that is being done in a cycle, in a very small place. If we're talking about an enlarged portion, which cuts across Edo South, Edo Central, you have that momentum, that gathering. Now, it's very, very possible that in the 2 of years, this coalition is yet to even be heard in that region. It's very possible.
That's in Ovia Federal Constituency.
Yes, it's very possible. It may be, if it's going to be maybe not deep. I get it, but it's already deep within Edo South here. I get it. We already know, we are aware. And before it gets to that place, it's going to take some time. People are going to go there to tell you we are not here. You are going to speak to them, convince them. Because first of all, if the coalition already have somebody at the top, just the way Labour had Obi, you now have the Obi movement, the force and the party itself. But now there's nobody at the top to even control. Nobody knows anybody. Nothing's coming. And don't forget that we talk about coalition, nothing about polling to also safeguard their vote in this place. It's going to cost them money.
Okay.
It's not going to be English. It's not going to be just going to do it.
Okay.
I get it.
Yeah.
They're going to have their unit meeting, their unit head. They're going to have from there to the ward, from the ward to the local government.
In other words, they don't have the financial muscle to contest this election.
They might not have it.
Okay, let me pause you now. Tony Alile, I understand that you are a huge supporter of this coalition, the African Democratic Congress. Now take it from the standpoint whereby some people will say that a lot of issues now, still with the ADC. As we speak, there's still legal tussle on the leadership of the ADC. And very just now, according to what some people will say now, we have election around the corner. Now, the ADC, the momentum that we have seen at the national level of the ADC, do you think it has any way of having effect on this election? Going by all this array of issues that seems to be staring the ADC on the face.
First of all, ADC is well represented in the two elections that is coming up. The first one, the Ovia Federal Constituency, we have a seasoned politician, Mrs. Isemota, who was once a candidate of the Labour Party in the past election, and in the Edo Central Senatorial District, we have Honorable Sejusogun, a seasoned politician, a two-time House of Representative member, representing that constituency. And these are people that doesn't need much introduction, to get into the political fray. Now let's go back to the question that the Mr. Aburayi was talking about regarding the financial muscle towards this election and the financial preparedness by the various candidates. Taking ADC as the political party in question. ADC, as you all know, is an existing political party that has been there over time, although it may not be as mega as it is right now, or as it's projected to be in the near future. ADC has an existing political structure that we all met on ground. Don't forget, I'm a member of the Social Democratic Party SDP in Edo State, which is one of the coalition parties, in the country right now. And when I am talking, I can freely talk as a member of the ADC because I have planned to join the ADC, in the ceremony coming up very soon. ADC had an existing structure. Yes, it is possible that maybe one or two positions may not be functional, for one or two reasons. That is what gave the idea to the national, to set up a 7-man advisory and a support team to work with the existing structure in the state level, and in the local government level, 4-man committee, and the world level 5-man committee. What these people are to do is to strengthen the existing structure of the party across board in the 18 local governments of Edo State and the 182 wards, across the state. And if you look at the caliber of persons taking membership with ADC right now, these are all seasoned politicians that don't need introduction, that don't need to learn, to learn at workplace. The election that is coming, the entire body of ADC that is comprising of all the coalition political parties are working fervently day and night to ensure that our candidates emerge victorious in that election. So there is nothing like ADC is, it's not popular, it's not known. We know a political name is just a vehicle. The people that drive those vehicles are, are the political members, are the party members. And if you look at the names that has been associated with ADC in Edo State, you will agree with me that this is a solid political party that is prepared to wrestle power with anybody. Although there are talks here and there that because this is a single election into senatorial district and federal constituency, there is going to be a walkover by the party in government. If you are going to judge by the activities of the past governorship election, but I can tell you that ADC candidates and their supporters are poised to make sure that the votes, the vote comes in and the votes are counted and defended. The ruling party has made Nigerian to know and believe today now that you don't have to take your case to the court. Every little thing, they go to court. Court is no longer where anybody wants to take their victory back to. That is the reason why every election will be decided at the collation center. A winner will be declared, and the winner will be announced and declared at the collation center without necessarily resorting to this court issue that everybody knows what the outcome is before the case even gets started. So ADC is prepared for this election, and I can assure you that at the end of it all, ADC is going to come up victorious.
I'll take from where you said that the SDP, do they have candidates for this election?
Well, as far as I know, to some point, I think some candidates were jostling for the position, but with the coalition in place right now, I don't know how any of those candidates are going to think that they will get a single vote, because the SDP has already fused into the coalition in Edo State, and maybe the Red Knot, one or two of them, might still, proceed. But I can tell you for free that the entire Edo Central SDP members have all fused into the coalition headed by the ADC. So don't expect much from whatever that is there, but everybody is behind the ADC candidates as we speak right now.
Back to State here now, Osama Abaraye. Now, let's talk more on this constituencies project, because constituent elections now, because we understand that about 5 constituencies where the elections are going to be held, one senatorial in Edo State, then another in Anambra South in the country, then 5 federal constituencies. That's Ovia South and Ovia North Federal Constituency in Edo State. Then Babuka Gaki in Jigawa State, Chikom Kajuru in Kaduna State, Ikene Shagamu and Remo North in Ogun State, and Ibadan North in Oyo State. So altogether 5 House of Representatives constituency by election, while 2 senatorial constituency by election. They also have some in the FCT and that. Now, Osama Abaraye, now the All Progressives Congress, happens to be very represented in this election in Edo State here, via federal constituency. Barrister Mosede Benedion is there. But what some persons are looking at is the idea of the campaign too short of a time, whether there will be enough time for the campaign to really go, because the campaign is just going to be for about 2 weeks. Are we going to have enough time to campaign for an election of this kind of magnitude?
You see, that is why I started that. I started with that when I told you that people started campaigning right since last year. That I didn't see some of their name at the commissionership. Yeah. I said that when I started. So it goes to show that a party that is serious started campaign since over 6 of them male. She was the only female. I get it now. And just formality purpose, she was now mentioned a few weeks ago. Consensus that the people of Ovia decided to say this is what we want. Even some of the people that contested with her were there when I think one or two still went ahead to buy the form. Then the primaries was done physically where she won. So it goes to tell you that they have since started. And you see, the reason why we keep telling, when you say the truth, you don't need to keep molding it or squeezing it. Anybody that is politically clear-minded knows where this election will go. The reason is because what is it going to take that day for the campaigns to go? Thank God you heard my leader, my father, they're telling you that there are still some serious people in the SDP. Are you getting it now?
He didn't say so.
No, sorry, I used the word.
Yeah.
Sorry. So that to tell you that already even the coalition is here to be firm. I don't know if you understand it. Because if it's not going to be firm, I'm not sure we're supposed to say have a Labour candidate, also having an ADC candidate, also having an SDP candidate. It goes to tell you it's still spreading. While you already have the APC moving right from when Denko left, people started jostling for that job. Since then, they started moving from unit to unit, ward to ward, rigorous campaign, not what you saw on the TV. But as a party person, I can attest to that it was happening. They were all doing it. Until a few days ago, where the party decided to say, okay, stop, this is the person. And those that didn't agree were given reasons to agree. And one or two that didn't agree still bought ticket. At the end of the day, everything went well. Same with that of Edo Central. Since when His Excellency Modelo became governor, campaigns also started. It might not be what you see on TV, that one was, but within the party, people already know that either this man or this man is jostling for this job. That is why maybe he has not been given this or this. Just to let you know that even in Edo South, our campaigns are already ongoing. I told you politics we count 4 years for. So immediately after Labour election few years ago, people already started to say, okay, this one you can go again. So we don't wait. You don't wait until tomorrow when it's coming. So these 2 weeks is just for outsiders above, outside where they are, to be aware that these are the people that. But for we politicians, we've seen today, before that day, that this thing is going to happen, this is going to be this, is going to be that. So the preparations in some top, you can see the high-powered, the people that is going to help APC campaign council in Ovia, that's led by Denko, the president deputy governor of the state. Are you getting it now? So you can a man who led that position, now a deputy governor, is now heading the campaign council to produce that person. So I don't see it's going to be very hard. Are you getting it now? Nothing is impossible. But for this, there are some things you say, no, because if this was going to be a bet for those people that play bet, this one is going to be the one they call high stake. It's like you say, insurance.
Anyway, the election has not come, so it is the election that will determine who will win. I'm a politician. It is the result that will determine.
Yes, I'm a politician. I talk about it. Are you getting?
But the election has to be held.
It must be held. Must.
So let's wait.
I've not told you we are winning. If you listen to me very well, I'm passionately. I said no. I said I don't see it. That it's going to be very hard. Not that it's not. It's impossible.
But it's going to be very hard.
It's going to be very hard. And the reason why I'm saying is that even if I was in this party, I know. It's just like when we were few years ago when they conducted local government election. My friend that we were youth leader together, Johnson Osevenge Elema, bought ticket for APC to contest for local government chairman. And I told them, is this possible? We are experienced. Can you win it? He said, no, they are waiting. I said, no. So as a politician, there are things that you already see that this is not possible. That no matter how brilliant you are, a governor conducting a local government election, you say you are the son of Martin Luther King, you have to come and win. How can you win?
No, Osama, mind you, when you say governor, the governor has just one vote.
Listen now, no, just try to listen. Don't
Yeah, I'm
listen.
listening.
Whatever
I'm listening. The deputy governor,
no, I'm
the
not,
director
no,
general.
we are talking about. I'm just giving you.
Yeah,
I said my friend.
Yeah.
Local government election in Edo was conducted. Are you getting it now? Telling me that in a party is going to somebody outside the party that the governor is in Edo can win it, no matter how popular you are. It's hard. I'm just giving you
anyway,
the reason why I'm saying it too. Listen, the reason why I'm saying it is that no, you should know what I'm saying now.
I know what you're saying.
You might not also understand it because it's not your field.
No, I mean, except if you are telling me that the governor, at the end of the day, that the governor is going to, the deputy governor now, the man that was even there, the former representative of the federal constituency, who is now the deputy governor of Edo State, except if you are telling me that at the end of the day, he's going to pack all the votes for APC.
How can that be possible? No,
exactly.
no, listen. Also listen.
Yeah, he has just one vote.
Yes, don't worry. Even if he has one vote. He's not going there now as an individual. Already, if he's going there, if he had 10 votes, as in him, the wife, the workers, definitely he has been in this game. So there, someone like me now, listen, just try to listen. Just try to take your time to listen. You will come up. If you tell me that if I live here, we are going to conduct an election at where I vote at Esige Primary School, I will tell you I can give you 55 votes. Immediately if I leave, as I'm going to the place, I'll start making the calls. And if I make mistake, I'll get above 30. Except they're in church, I'll tell them to leave the church or quickly meet me. Because these
are you trying to tell us that Dennis Idausa is going to...
Don't change the narrative of what I'm saying. Listen,
what you are implying.
Listen, talk to me. I'm telling you, me. Then you listen to me. I'll come there. Listen, I'll come there. Yeah. Listen. Yeah. You always make me talk much whenever I'm sitting. Listen. No, not the idea. If you make me decide what I want to say, I will not derail you. Just try to listen. You don't always listen.
Okay.
No.
I listen to you.
You are not even listening now.
Okay.
You are not listening now. Just try to. I said now, if election is being held now, where I vote, I can give you 55 votes. Listen, that's me. No office, nothing. These are people that we've been together. These are people that my friends, because they believe in me, they vote where I vote, they do that. God doing it tomorrow, I now become a local government chairman, senator or something. That 55 can be doubled to 100 or 200. Reason is because of empowerment has come. I can now help more.
Okay.
If from my own little pocket, my manager receive above 200,000 monthly without politics something. If tomorrow God now blesses me, my manager now say, okay, you as the man, do something.
Okay, in other words, what you're saying, more people will be attracted to your policies.
Definitely, yes. So
anyway,
it's not coming.
Let's come to Tony Alile. It's been waiting. Now, Tony Alile, I know you have a lot to react. I mean, you have to react to what Osahon Barry is saying right here. But I wanted to start from one of the latest of it all now. I mean, just a few hours ago, we understand that the candidates of Labour Party, at this election are beginning to have issues because most of the candidates emerge by the election that former chairman Abure conducted. And INEC is saying that those candidates are not recognized. As a matter of fact, there are even claims that INEC may delist Labour Party from this election. Now, a while ago, you also said that the Labour Party candidates are now the candidates of the SDP. So if anything you said a while ago is anything to go by, so it means that your candidates, the candidates of ADC in this election, are going to have issues. Don't you think so?
No. Certainly not.
You say the Labour candidate. You say the former.
The candidates of the ADC in the Edo Central Senatorial District, Honorable Sejus Ogu, was never a candidate of the Labour Party, and he was never a candidate of SDP. To the best of my knowledge, I know that he was, he was chosen after a keenly contested primary at the ADC State Secretariat, and is the sole candidate right now as we speak. I don't see how the problem of labor can connect a candidate of another political party. Whatever problem labor have, they will sort themselves out in their labor level. But now let's come down to the election proper. Just like my brother Obarai said, yes, there is going to be a lot of political power that will come along with the person of the deputy governor in his constituency and the governor in his own senatorial district, because of course they are, the present holder of that office, and you all know the power that the executive governor and the deputy win when it comes to election and election matter. But that being as it may, ADC is not going to be deterred. Yes, when you all know that it was just recently that ADC, I mean this coalition thing was birthed and anchored with on ADC as as the vehicle. Yes, people are beginning to know more about the political party, and the membership strength is growing by the day. But again, like I said, the candidates for ADC in the Edo Central Senatorial election is already a known and a well-grounded politician. Haven't been a member of the Federal House of Representatives for 2 tenure, and he has done excellently well. His record is there to, for everyone to see. And the people that are, that will be voting on that day, they are from the constituency. There are only 5 local governments in Edo Central. And as at the time the gentleman was at the Federal House of Rep, he was controlling 3 of the five local government. So he only have 2 more to work on, and they are not too far apart. And every of the local government saw what this man did while he was there. Are you going to talk about the empowerment? Are you going to talk about the scholarship scheme? Are you going to talk about the agriculture and so many things that I can't even remember offhand that Honorable Sage Sogu did in his constituency while they at the Federal House. So all of those things are going to play out during this election. This election is not going to be about it's my party that is in the government house or here or there. But I can also tell you this for free. This is going to be a test case for ADC, in Edo State. And the way the performance of the 2 candidates in this election is going to be a pointer to what is to come in 2027. But that again being as it may, as ADC is prepared for this election, and we are going to give it a shot. We are going to give it our best. And whatever the outcome is, I'm sure we are going to, agree with it, and the general public will also agree with it. But let no one think and believe that the excuse my language, the nonsense that played out during the governorship election, the last governorship election in Edo State, is going to repeat itself in this area, because people are waiting. People, like I said earlier, people are going to go out there to vote, and they are going to defend their vote, and they are going to ensure that the result is declared at the collation center, and the winner will emerge. The idea of thinking that any nonsense can take place and everybody will go to court, we've all seen the direction of the court and whose loyalty the court is working with. So we are not prepared to wait till the matter gets to court. The election is going to take place. Whoever the winner is by ballot will be declared at that point, and that will be it. So that is the point of that is the position of the ADC for now to going into this election.
All right, thank you, Tunanle. Now, back to Usahan Okoro Barari here. Now, let's look at behavioral pattern of electorate now at election, because at every election in our country, we see issues around voter apathy, nonchalant disposition towards election and all that. Perhaps this by-election is also an opportunity for us to galvanize the interests of electorate towards this civic responsibility. Now, these 2 Saturdays election that we're preparing for, a lot of persons are not even perturbed. As a matter of fact, we understand that INEC is still battling with registration of voter voter exercise is still going on and all that. A lot of candidates are yet to still take their voters' cards and all that. So, in light of all this, how do we really ensure success, in this election as it relates to all the political parties now?
Thank you so much. I think it's the behavioral attitude, the electoral behavioral attitude of our people suggests that even though if it was a major election, you won't be expecting that everybody will participate. Even when it is now a minute of the minute, as in having one side of it. We should not be expecting something very, very, a large turnout. For me, I'm not expecting it. What I'm not expecting is that people need to also travel on that day. So some people will look at it, no need. Those that want to travel on their own for other things we want to do. Maybe if it was happening within the core Benin area, where the enlightenment is also higher, I'm sure it would have been more. Are you getting that? But I think it now falls on the people that are involved. This is where I tell you money comes in politics. The people you have, the voters, we know if anybody is going to leave their home that day to go and vote their conscience without being attracted with the sensitive to come out. It's not up to, it's not about 5 or 10%.
Let us be careful with the word incentive now, because, it looks as if we are trying to promote this idea of giving money.
I know, I'm not promoting it. What I tell you is not what I mean, what I pretend about. It's not, I will not come here to tell you I'm from Ghana, my name is not Osan. I tell you the way it is. And what I've explained to you now, are words on the streets, not words on a comfortable place.
Yeah, but you may
listen,
say that,
even if we don't encourage it, that is the pattern. You already said. I'm talking about the behavior. That's you said you answer behavior. So behavior, that's where incentive comes in. I said very few people leave their home that day, the comfort of their home that day, to go participate. It's going to take them. They leave their home even before 7. I want to wait that they will come home by 5, 6. That's about 12 hours job.
So what about those who don't have the incentive to give?
I don't know. Do anybody that want to now do that for 12 hours to say I'm going there, nothing. I want to go and sit down to do it. We still have them, but it's not to about 10% of those that are going there that day. I'm not saying we don't have them, yeah. But anybody that goes there that day holding newspaper, the person is going to eat breakfast there. If he misses it at home or if he gets it at home, then he's going to take lunch there. He's going to wait. Then we should pray for peace, the security architecture to give us peace that day, to make sure there's law and order. If there's none and there's a mistake for a gunshot, that is the end.
So what you are saying is that at the end of the day, it's only the politicians that have the incentive to give to the voters that will take the election. Is that
Politics is not for poor men. Don't let anybody thrill you about it. It's not for poor people. It's a billionaire game. Not for, that's their business. Politics is business, not the way you are. This is your business. Some people, they are politicians, that's their business. So they are going to dole out billions for this, expecting to get something. It's not so for, when you try to pretend to say what is not, and somebody catches you on that place.
But are you in support of what you're saying?
How can I be in support of what is not good? But is that not it? Okay, will I say because I'm not in support now, I should trek from here to Iwiwi Airport Road, not to enter car? Should I trek to Iwiwi Airport Road now because I say life is I don't like enjoyment, I want to suffer? Then you called me yesterday, I'll trek to this place. If I trek here, I'll be messed up. So there are things already, not that it is good, but that is the way it is now for the present just now, as we speak. That people that go there on that day, you people are going to carry your camera is going to roll on that day. I get it now. Cameras are going to roll. And if the cameras are going to roll, I also expect that you people should cover that place. That you're going to see it. Things like this happening. You are going to hear vote buying, that they do this one, that they do that one. It's going to happen because it's part and parcel of our everyday election. There's no way we can take that out of it, because for now as we speak, people doing this election, they are going to prepare money that they are going to use on that day. I get it. And to tell you, my brother, don't let anybody tell you, if you don't have money, don't play politics.
Okay. All right. So we'll just wrap it up now. Let me have your last words on this topic, Tony Alile, because I have another segment that we must take. Tony Alile, quickly.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, your parting words on this topic this morning.
Yeah, what my brother there is saying is the reality on ground. Politics is a serious business. It's not an odd common affair. It's a business that involves a lot of money. Maybe that is why the ruling party is very confident that they are going to win the election, because they have the war chest. They have the treasury at their beck and call. But not just like he rightly said, is the reality on ground. I disagree with the system, but that is exactly what is going to play out. We are expecting on that day that the ruling party is going to come up with so much money for their usual vote buying. And we are also believing that there are still some, conscionable citizens of Edo State that will come out on their own to cast their votes for their preferred candidate without any inducement. But you cannot really take out money away from our politics. It has come to stay unless there is a very strong electoral reform that can abolish all of this. Maybe you can vote from the comfort of your house, or you can vote by mail. So many other, so many ways to kick out or eradicate this scourge that has eaten deep into our political system. It's a complete agreement. I completely agree with him that a lot of money is going to play so much part in this coming by-election. But it's so unfortunate is the reality.
10 seconds, just 10 seconds.
No problem. First of all, I want to thank INEC for last answering the call for by-election. I want to also encourage our people that this is the first political test, acid test for the ruling party, our governor, and my brother, the deputy governor. So we're going to take it very serious. Though it's not a do or die affair, but when somebody gives you the first impression matters a lot. The first tick you give to a snake determines if that snake will die.
It's good with that.
Yeah, so in 2027, the 2 million votes we promise, if it's going to happen, this first one should determine it. So come 16th Saturday, August 2025, the APC is fully ready, capital fully ready for the election.
All right, thank you
I
so
think
much.
I'll be here by month ending to congratulate my sister and my big brother from Edo Central.
All right, thank you so much. The results of the election will tell, so we'll keep our fingers crossed to see how the results will come through. I want to say a very big thank you to
you so much. Thank you so much.
And also a very big thank you to my big brother there, Tony Alile, for joining us this morning on the program.